Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to review the Juno Co sponges. I got these sponges from America. Like one of my family friends visited the US and I asked them to get it for me because I had heard like Nikki tutorials use this and she was raving about it. So yeah, I just wanted to try it out. And these sponges are so soft. You're gonna see it in the video, but yeah, I just cannot like contain my excitement because I was like waiting for so long to show it to you guys. And yeah, I'm really excited for this video. So actually I got three sponges, one sponge holder and a Juno Co cleansing bar, like to clean your brushes and maybe your blenders as well. So these are microfiber sponges, very soft and fluffy and plumpy, all of that, you can relate to that category. So yeah, these are very good. You are going to see in the video. So yeah, I think I should stop my blabbering and yeah, let's just quickly jump into the video. So this is the outer packaging of the microfiber fusion sponge, and this is the outer packaging of the lavender velvet sponge, and this is the outer packaging of the other sponge. I like that for every sponge and every different sponge, the outer packaging is completely different. The sachet looks very different. It's not repeated, as you could see. So yeah, I really like the way they have presented their product. This is the Juno Co brush cleaning soap. Yeah, it's very tiny, and you can really keep it in your purse if you want to like clean it anywhere else. I'm just saying, I know you won't, but yeah. So the sponge holder comes in a package like this. So yeah, so first let's start off by see how it applies foundation, concealer, powder, all of that. So I'm also going to tell you how the what is the absorption level of the sponge, how fluffy it is, how soft it is, and yeah, how much it enlarges when it is soaked in water. So yeah, we're gonna see all of that, and yeah, I'm going to give you my review on this microfiber sponges by Juno Co. So yeah, when I open this packet, I get the sponge as well as a little note on how to use the sponge. So yeah, I'll just read it out to you. It's really small. So they've said that use the sponge wet or dry to apply makeup products. You can use it for foundations, concealer, contour, blush, highlighters, loose powders and powder foundations. So basically you can just have one blender which can be used for everything. So you don't need brushes at all, for your face makeup. They're also giving a little tips which says spritz your favorite prep or setting spray onto the sponge for a dewy finish. That is for the foundation. If you have a matte foundation and you need a dewy finish, you have to spritz a little bit of the finishing spray that you have on the blender and then start blending out your foundation. It is going to give a dewy finish. There's no rule that you have to use the sponge only for your foundation or your concealer. You can use it for anything. Also, they have told you how to wet the sponge completely, and they've also given how to avoid certain things while using the beauty blender, avoid product overload, and yeah. So in this note, one side is all about how to use the sponge and where it can be used, but while the other side is how to clean your sponge. They've given the do's and the don'ts. I really like this mini user guides and tips which that they give, because it really helps the user to understand the product and make a complete use of it. So yeah, I really love these kind of pocket notes that they have. Now speaking about the sponge, so when I just squeeze it, I feel like it's very soft. They don't have these textures on the outside of the blender, and yeah, I would rather say that the texture is like a marshmallow. Have you ever like squeezed a marshmallow? It's so soft, and I really like the look and feel of this blender. So yeah, this is how it looks when dry. Just showing you so that we'll get to know how much it enlarges when soaked in water. So yeah, as you saw, I have three sponges with me. I'm gonna test all of these sponges by wetting them as well as using the dry ones. So yeah, I'm just going to make complete use of all of these three sponges. So I've planned to use this lavender velvet micro sponge for my foundation. So I've planned on using this green sponge for my concealer. As you can see, it has a very beautiful, tip so that it can go to my inner corners. And yeah, I've planned to use this blue microfiber sponge for my setting powder. So this is the size of the blender when it's dry. I just want to see how much it enlarges when soaked in water. So I have a bowl of water right here. I'm just going to dip this, blender into the water. They have told to, squeeze it like 15 times so that it completely absorbs the water, and then, it enlarges and feels squishy. So I'm going to do just the same. So now I'm gonna squeeze out all of the excess water because I just want my blender to be damp and not very dripping and wet. So yeah, the sponge has become very large after I soaked it in water. It feels even more squishy. I can just keep on doing this like my, stress buster or something, It's very beautiful to use. I've used around 5 beauty blenders until now, and none of them have felt so soft. I really love this beauty blender. I cannot just get over this. So now I'm just gonna dip this blender also in water so that I can use it for the concealer. Oh my god, look at how big this blender has become. I really love the texture now. It's so squishy. Wow. Okay, now is the time to see how these blender perform on my skin. So for foundation, I'm using the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus foundation in the shade Golden Beige. I know how this foundation performs. I know how it sits on my skin. So I'm really going to put these sponges into test and see how well they perform. I'm just going to take a little bit of the foundation on the back of my hand. So the Juno Co sponge, you cannot directly put the foundation on the sponge. It's going to, absorb all of that, and, it's going to be very thick. That's what it says on the that pocket note that I saw. So yeah, I'm just going to apply a little bit of the foundation on the back of my hand. As you can see, I have the foundation on the back of my hand. Now I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the foundation on my beauty blender and just start blending. You can also blend it on this teardrop side, or you can also blend it from this back side. I'm just going to pick this teardrop side and see how well it goes to my corners of my nose and all of that. So yeah, I'm too excited to do this. Okay, so my initial feeling about the application of the foundation is that it blends out really well, and I feel that it has not absorbed that much of the foundation, which is a very good thing. And yeah, it's going to my corners of my nose and all of that very easily. As you can see, it's giving like an airbrush to finish to my face. It's also not leaving a very thick layer of the foundation on my face, blending perfectly, and the sponge also feels very like soft, and it's not like poking your face with any blender. So yeah guys, my first layer of foundation is done. I don't feel the foundation on my face. I really love this blender, and I would recommend you guys to buy one of these. There's a brand called PLUME Co which does the same kind of microfiber sponges, so you can just check it out. Buy one for yourself and try it out, because I feel like this is going to be your savior. If you feel lazy to blend, I think this will do the job for you. Now I'm gonna use this green blender, which also has a very pointed tip, as you can see, and there's a flat teardrop right here. So yeah, I'm gonna use this for my concealer so that it goes to my inner corner and blends out this area perfectly. So for concealer, I'm using my Ride or Die concealer, which is the LA Girls Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige. I really love this concealer. I know how well it performs on my under eyes, and I know how it covers. So yeah, I think I'm gonna completely test this sponge and whether it does justice to my concealer or no. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the concealer and directly apply it on my under eyes. So yeah guys, I'm done with blending the concealer. I think this blender works like a charm. I would say that my concealer has blended so beautifully. It's not gone onto my fine lines. It has blended very nicely. The blender has packed in the concealer in the areas that I exactly want. It's not come to my cheeks or something. It's really beautiful. And this teardrop that you could see, the flat side, actually helps a lot in blending your concealer. Even the pointed tip, it really got into my inner corner. I love this beauty blender. I think more than the purple one that you saw, which I used to blend my foundation. But yeah, this is too good. I think you can use this side of the blender to blend your foundation as well. So yeah, this can be like your 2-in-1 beauty blender. I really loved this blender. All of these are very inexpensive. So yeah, you can definitely check it out and buy one for yourself like I told you. I really want to tell you that this will not disappoint you. I love this beauty blender. I think this Juno Co beauty blenders are one of my favorites. I have other beauty blenders, but yeah, this has to be my favorite. So yeah guys, as you saw, I finished blending my concealer. Now it's time to set the concealer with a powder. So for that I'm using the dry microfiber sponge, this blue sponge which has a flat end like this. I can easily bake my under eyes with this. Also you can use this to contour your cheeks easily. You can bake powder. Maybe I'll show that to you. But yeah, this is just, I think it's going to be a game changer. I don't have to reach out to my brushes if this works out really well. So now I'm going to use my trustworthy loose finishing powder, which is the Maybelline's Fit Me powder. This is in the shade light medium. I'm just going to take a little bit of this powder on the sponge. So mind you, this is a dry sponge, it's not wet whatsoever. So yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of the powder like this, and now I'm just going to bake my under eyes. Let me see how this works or how messy it gets. Okay, I should say that it's getting a little difficult to get to the lash line and to completely bake my under eye. You can bake this part but not like to the inner corner and here. So yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable with that, but you can easily bake this part of your under eye. I'm just gonna show how you can also contour your cheekbones with this. So normally I would apply my contour to this part. So yeah, you can just take a little bit of the powder and start cutting your contour like this. So this is how you can cut your contour using this sponge. So this is like a multi-purpose sponge. So I've seen how it works when it's dry. I want to see if I can apply the same powder using my wet sponge as well. So I'm going to pick up this purple sponge that I have, and I got a lot of powder on this sponge. I'm just going to apply that on my under eyes. Okay, without a doubt, I really love this wet sponge for applying my powder under my eye. As you could see, it just with one swipe covered all of my under eye, my inner corner, everything. I think I'm more comfortable baking my under eye using this sponge rather than the blue one. So yeah, blue one I can use to cut my contour as I showed you. But yeah, this is just perfect to bake your under eyes or just to set your whole face. You can use this. I think this is the one that you should buy without a doubt. I really love this. I'm just gonna set the whole of my face using this blender. As you can see, my base is done. I really loved the blenders. It completely changed the game for me, I guess. I think I'm gonna reach out to the Juno Co sponges from now on, because it's very useful, and it's light on the skin, and I don't feel like I've worn makeup at all. Like my base, it feels very light. So yeah, I really loved the blender. I would highly recommend you guys to go get one for yourself. As I told you, you can check out the Plume & Co brand for microfiber sponges. But yeah, I really love the Juno & Co sponges. If you're in America, or if your friends or family is in America, please ask them to get this for you, because it is very inexpensive, beautiful application, very, the look and feel is very nice. So other than these blenders, I got two more things which I'm going to show you right now. I think I've showed it to you before, but yeah, this is the makeup holder that I showed you. It's beautiful, it's so cute, and it's the spiral makeup holder. I've always wanted one of these. These sponges fit in perfectly in this holder, and yeah, you can just keep it in your vanity. It'll look cute, and it's very easy and handy so that you can pick up and apply your foundation or makeup. So yeah, I really liked this holder. So last product that I got from Juno & Co is this Juno & Co Clean Up Your Act Brush Cleaner Soap. I've got another video coming up where I'm going to show you how this soap works and how well it cleans your brushes. So yeah, please watch out for that video. So yeah, this is how the soap looks. Please don't mind about the dirtiness of the soap. As I told you, I recorded another video. So yeah, for that I had to use this. But I've completely told everything about the... I've completely told and I've shown you how well this Juno & Co soap performs and how well it cleans your brushes. But yeah, I really loved this cleaner. Brush cleaner. It smells beautiful. It kind of refreshes your mood. So yeah, I really liked this. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So yeah guys, I'm done with my whole makeup. As you saw, these sponges are a dream. I really love working with those sponges, to apply my foundation, concealer. It was so beautiful. I think I'm just going to reach out to these sponges for, in my future. I'm not going to touch my other beauty blenders because they are so soft. They don't absorb too much of foundation, and they blend out really nice, and they give an airbrushed finish. So yeah, I really love these blenders. You can also buy one of these, like you can try it out, and then I'm sure that you're gonna love it. So I think in India there's a brand called Plume & Co, like I mentioned before. You can check out this brand to buy these microfiber sponges. But yeah, all in all, I really love these sponges because they're so soft. Yeah, I think I should get over this. Okay, so if you really like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, a comment down below whether you have tried microfiber sponges, how do you feel about it, and yeah, let me know all of that. And yeah, subscribe to my channel because that will mean everything to me. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.